Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Overkill. I'm Elliot. I'm joined here by Kai as we welcome you to the go-home show of A2C Overkill before the Royal Rumble this weekend. Let's get into the card before this pyro shit finishes, obviously.
And as our main event, we have Steve Blackman, who has a bit of an unfair disadvantage here in a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Authority, as he tried to quit his job, but the Authority said no.
Roxanne Perez, making her first in-ring appearance since New Year's Revolution, will take on AJ Lee in singles competition here tonight.
We also have a tornado tag team match between Big E, Mustafa Ali and Team Hell No. What a good match this is going to be.
There's the fatal 4-way showcase match. 4 of those men have entered in the Rumble. Karrion Kross, the Protostar Kyle Fletcher, Xavier Woods, and Rob Van Dam.
And kicking us off, we have the winner gets the Rumble spot. Which man will be in the Rumble? We'll find out next.
That is set to kick off our show here tonight. We are live here in Inglewood, California. Or excuse me, we're from Albuquerque, New Mexico, excuse me. But here comes the best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to put his name into the Royal Rumble. Will he be able to do it, Elliot?
I think he definitely has a shot. He's definitely going to go into this matchup fired up with a chip on his shoulder. And yeah, I think he might have a fair advantage here today. He actually attacked Okada last week after Okada lost to RVD as he was trying to take out his frustrations on him.
So
I think CM Punk definitely, as I mentioned, will have a chip on his shoulder here tonight, and I think he can walk out of here with the victory.
I can highly agree with that, but it's not going to be an easy task, as it never is in wrestling. But as you said, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Will that affect him? Will he be too much caught in his head? Or will he have a free rein in his head?
He's been making threats towards the corporation and some of their members on social media as of late. He doesn't want that to get into his head, but he's taking on a very talented superstar in Kazuchika Okada. He needs to keep his head on a swivel and keep himself prepared.
That he does. Always needs to be prepared, especially for this man, as you said, very talented. There's a lot to say, but not much to say at the same time. But what a competitor he is. Ready to get revenge on the man who attacked him. What are Okada's odds of winning this match? Say it's lower than Punk's, but definitely a chance. I'd like to see him in the Rumble, but I don't think it'll feel right without the best in the world. What do you think, Elliot?
Well, I'll say it again. My mic was going out there for a second.
Saying about how the Rumble wouldn't be the same without the best in the world.
Oh, most definitely wouldn't. I think CM Punk is probably one of the most influential superstars here in the wrestling industry today, as CM Punk right there goes for a dropkick on Okada. Now Okada caught him with a kick right to the the knee, but Punk firing back. Collar and elbow tie up, and we got some chain wrestling.
We love a bit of chain wrestling. Always do.
Punk.
Both men again with the chain wrestling.
Punk. Belly to Okada's back. Okada sends Punk straight to the mat. Applying pressure and to take out the wind of Punk. Punk seeming to be struggling. To get back to his feet.
He's trying to fight out as he does.
Working on Punk. Drop on another drop kick by CM Punk. As another having a big elbow to Okada.
Might be looking to end the match early here. Or not?
No. Oh. I guess he missed with the springboard drop kick, but didn't get enough of it. But now they're going back with some more chain wrestling here in the center of the ring, as this time Punk backing Okada into the corner, giving him a taste of his own medicine, what he can do about Okada with a big kick right to the midsection. And now Punk, inside cradle on Okada, looking to pick up the victory and head to the Rumble, but a kick out. Won by Okada.
Okada's not someone to put down that easily, but Punk with the sneaky roll up, just he was trying to do his hardest. But he did catch him off guard a little bit, got a 1 count. It's called double axe handle. And maybe going for another one. No? Elbow to the face.
Punk has Okada back up. He missed with the knee. Okada now with the slap right to the face and a big forearm right to Punk. Fireman's carry. Sends Punk straight to the mat. And now has a knee on Punk's lower back, just toying with him on the injured Punk. Now, I think he hit a knee on his face. I can't really see the refs in the way, but Okada with the stomp right to the back of the neck of Punk. Punk trying to roll out the ring to compose himself. Okada standing right there. I'll take Punk, but Punk with the right to Okada gets back inside the ring. Now both of these men tying up in the center of the ring. Punk sends Okada off the ropes. Leapfrog, Punk. Big overhead slam.
From the Anaconda Vice, trying to put Okada away. No, not quite. He fights out. Knees to the back of the head.
Use that pile driver. And now Okada going into the cover on Punk. Count at 2. And the ref, Punk kicks out at 2.
Punk stays though.
And now Okada, arm submission on Punk, but Punk gets out of it.
Punk looks to be back in control now, going for the pin. Can he send himself to the Rumble? No, he can't. Not quite yet. But he's getting closer and closer with every pin.
Now, Okada bends Punk off the ropes this time, and there's a diving forearm by Kazuchika Okada. And now Okada hits the Rainmaker on CM Punk. And Okada looking to punch his ticket to the Rumble. Will he do it here? But CM Punk kicks out at 2.
How much does CM Punk have left in him though? Will he be able to fight himself back into this match? Or will it just be over? A double axe handle to the back of the head of Punk.
Okada, Punk rolls out the ring just in time, trying to get himself back in this match, but Punk, there's an inverted DDT to Kazuchika Okada, and now Punk calling up Okada, maybe looking for the signature, looking for the go to sleep, and there's the GTS to Kazuchika Okada, and now Punk Can he punch his ticket to Atlanta for the Rumble, but a kick out by Okada.
Now Okada is also in the same position Punk is a second ago. Will he be able to fight himself back into this match? Yeah, I think he's... Oh, well, if Punk's missing stuff like that, he might just be able to.
Punk going back to work on Okada. As Okada down to a knee, a kick. Back to Okada and another kick. Oh, big slam. And now Punk locking in the vice. Okada's right there by the ropes. I don't know why he won't grab it. But Okada doesn't tap out as Punk lets go. And now Punk fired up, calling Okada back up to his feet. And now Punk looking again for the go to sleep. The GTS. And will that do it for Kazuchika Okada? And CM Punk will punch his ticket to the Rumble.
The whole of the Royal Rumble has been warned as the best in the world has now entered himself into the Rumble. Definitely a very strong chance of winning it as well, being the competitor he is. But just know it's clobbering time somewhere.
Keaton, you did mention that the Royal Rumble would not be the same without the best in the world. It would not be the same without CM Punk. Well, Punk defied all the odds. And he's punched his ticket to Atlanta, but he's still got to get over 29 other superstars to punch his ticket to the main event of WrestleMania.
Not an easy task at all. Definitely one of the hardest matches there is.
Big win for Punk, for the best in the world. But coming up next, we have 4 men who have already declared themselves for the Royal Rumble, going up in a fatal 4-way showcase match. And here comes the former TV champion, the whole damn show. Here comes Rob Van Dam.
But here's the real question. Is he high? Most likely.
Rob Van Dam recently lost his TV title last week on Overkill to Kane. Now RVD looking potentially for some new opportunities. He's put himself in the Rumble. Obviously has a big task for anyone who's doing it, but this could mean big things for RVD.
There's very big things for RVD. A man that there's not really much to say good about here. He's not been on the best of terms last year. Hopefully he can have a better 2026. I don't understand how he can botch so much. How is he this much of a jobber? We don't know. Elliot, what's your opinions on this man?
Well, nobody really knows him. All I really gotta say.
Nobody knows it. But hopefully, for his sake, he can turn stuff around this year with this match. Get a win under his belt. Here we have Carl Fletcher.
Tom Fletcher.
What's your opinions on this man, Elliot? I think he's pretty good.
I think it's a man with a bright future, most definitely. He picked up a big win. Well, he's actually picked up a couple of big wins in his career. One being at WrestleMania to then a former TV champion, Christian Cage, who obviously is no longer here with us. Well, Fletcher was, I wouldn't say he was a pupil of Drew McIntyre, who's now in the Authority, but I definitely think Fletcher has used McIntyre somewhat as a stepping stone to potentially get himself further to the top of the food chain here in A2C.
That is well said there, and that might just be true. And here we have Xavier Woods, just a man who's all about business recently. He's no games, no fun. He's just business. That's it, all seriousness. And he's just here to get the job done, as he always has been recently.
A business for Xavier Woods, no flashiness, no booty shaking like the New Day, no Francesca too. It's all business for Woods. As this fatal four-way showcase match will kick off, just a matter of moments, RVD, Cross, Fletcher, and Woods. And here we go. Now Fletcher going right after RVD. Fletcher, big elbow right to Van Dam. And now Cross going to work on Xavier Woods. Cross. Oh, thought he was going for a powerbomb top, but Woods going into the cover, looking to sneak a victory. But Cross going into the cover, reversing the pin, and it's broken up by Rob Van Dam.
Now Cross just power slamming RVD down as Carl Fletcher goes to work on Xavier Woods, but Cross from behind brings him down. Xavier Woods does the same to him.
Now Fletcher going to work on RVD, but RVD with Fletcher, big suplex by Van Dam. And now Rob Van Dam missed with the springboard moonsault to Fletcher, but now Kyle Fletcher and Xavier Woods in sync with a springboard drop kick to Karrion Kross, and a big hip toss by RVD to Fletcher. Now Kross back up to his feet, turns his attention to Woods and sends him straight to the mat. Oh, a big suplex by Rob Van Dam.
A big kick to the face of Karrion Kross. And he goes into the cover. Only a 2 count though. Not quite near the end of the match yet, as it's only recently just started. But a 2 count for RVD is very promising as Karrion Kross sweeps the leg.
Cross. Oh,
stamping on the arm of Xavier Woods.
Cross. Oh, thought he was going to turn his attention back to Kyle Fletcher, but sends Fletcher outside of the ring. And oh, Cross with a big boot to Rob Van Dam. Fletcher's showboating on the outside of the ring, but Cross going to the cover. Fletcher breaks it up just in time.
Cross now going after RVD. Just tosses him away as Kyle Fletcher sneaks up behind and drops Karrion Kross to the mat as he now goes to work with a big kick to the face of RVD. And Xavier Woods is taken down from behind.
Now RVD looking to introduce a weapon, and he's got a lead pipe or a glass pipe, and he's gonna bash it on Xavier Woods' back. And now Rob Van Dam going to the cover on Woods to pick up the victory, but Kross breaks it up. Now Kross. Oh, was going for something in RVD, but Cross turns his attention back to Fletcher. And now a big elbow. And a big clothesline to Fletcher. And now Van Dam with some kicks. Oh, missed with the forearm to Xavier Woods. Now Van Dam sends Woods straight to the mat. Now Fletcher turning his attention back to Karrion Kross.
RVD planting Kyle Fletcher as Kross just throws him out of the ring. Xavier was breaking up, whatever that was. Didn't quite see it too well. And a massive move by Karrion Kross, just throwing Xavier Woods away. Kyle Fletcher trying to steal the pin off Karrion Kross's move. And a big suplex by RVD as he calls Xavier Woods to his feet. The big crossbody springboard.
Now Van Dam with a big drop kick. And now Kyle Fletcher with a frog splash to Woods, but Woods evaded just in time and looked like back up to his feet quickly. And now Woods has Fletcher, big suplex to Kyle Fletcher. And now Woods looked like he missed a drop kick, but Karrion Kross with a clothesline right to the back of the neck of RVD. Now Kross, oh, big elbow by Rob Van Dam. Now Van Dam sends Kross into the corner. And Van Dam, he's got a stop sign. Well, did have a stop sign. Now Xavier Woods, it looked like a splash was on Fletcher, but the refs didn't even get a count of one as Kross broke it up immediately.
Brilliant looking out there by Kross, able to see the pin. As Xavier Woods now taking it to Kyle Fletcher, trading strikes, and then it looked like Kyle Fletcher reversed it, but no, enziguri by Xavier Woods.
Oh, and Woods with the knees right to the midsection of RVD. Now turning his attention back to Fletcher. Woods, big kick right to the leg of Fletcher on the ropes. And now with Kross, oh, big package pile driver on Karrion Kross. And now Woods going back up to the top rope. Woods off the ropes, and there's a big elbow. And now Van Dam into the cover with the count of one on Fletcher, but now Woods was going into the cover as well, but Van Dam broke that up. And now Fletcher with the big clothesline to RVD.
Actually, last man standing as Kross makes his way back to his feet. He just watches as RVD plants Kyle Fletcher's face into the mat. And a big power driver by RVD on Karrion Kross, and he goes for the pin. Can he pick up the win? He can. Big win with RVD.
Big win for RVD in this fatal four-way showcase match, building some of his momentum heading towards the Rumble in Atlanta this weekend.
Going to be massive momentum for this man, knowing that he's just beat 3 of the men who's in the match, but it's all different because they need to go over the top rope, not pinned to the ground.
Now coming up next, we have Team Hell No making their first tag team action appearance here on Overkill for the first time in 2026.
That they are. Do you reckon they'll make a good first impression as they're hoping to do? But will they?
And newly crowned TV champion Kane, who, I apologize for earlier, he beat Aleister Black last week for the TV title, not Rob Van Dam.
was just walking to the ring with all purpose, set on winning this match.
And these two definitely know each other so well. They've bonded with their anger and, I guess, pain on others, and have used it as, I guess, a weapon of sorts, and as was the reason this tag team was formed. Kane and Bryan Danielson, and they'll take on a formidable and honestly an unlikely team in my opinion. They'll be taking on Big E and Mustafa Ali.
Here he is. Big E,
Here
the
comes
delicious man.
the last time Big E was in competition was at New Year's Revolution, where he teamed with Valor and Montez.
Mustafa Ali, one of the high-flying superstars here, teaming with Big E, which seems a bit irregular. A powerhouse and a high flyer, but that's sort of what Team Hell No is. So it's sort of the same, apart from they've got a demon. So who's going to come out on top, Elliot?
Well, I think with experience comes success. And when great minds think alike, as do Kane and Bryan Danielson in this situation, I think, in my opinion, I think this favors Team Hell No in this Tornado tag team match. I think they'll be able to pick up the victory, but we will find out in a matter of moments.
Couldn't agree more. Team Hell No, they seem like they have a massive IQ advantage and experience advantage with what the two members have obviously achieved. The matchup is underway.
Here we go.
Underway.
Ali, early pin on Bryan Danielson, but not even a 1 count. And now Kane throwing some punches at Big E. Now Kane turning his attention to Ali. Ali has Kane down to a knee, and a big knee right to the midsection of Kane. And now missed with the stomp, or missed with the knee to the face. And a Big E with a big slam to Bryan Danielson.
When you get the big man down, you can't let him get back up because it's so hard to get him down. And when he's down, obviously he can't throw too much offense. It's where you need to take your chances. You just need the big man down.
Now Ali with the cover on Kane, but a kick out at 1. And now Bryan toying with Big E with the knee on his neck. Now Bryan, then Z to the outside. Now Bryan going to the outside. This is where it's hardest. And Bryan with a big belly to back suplex to Big E on the apron. The hardest part of the ring, and now Ali has a steel chair, looks like. Yes, he has a steel chair. He's going back in the ring looking to hit Kane. Well, hit Kane, but Kane no-sold it. And now Kane with a big uppercut.
Mustafa Ali just punching away at Kane. But Bryan gets him down for the yes kicks. Or whatever they're called here. I don't exactly know what they're called. If I got that wrong, please correct me.
Now Kane with the The leaping ability. Diving from that far out with the elbow to Big E as Ali just kicked out of Bryan Danielson's pinning attempt. And now Kane, big power slam to Big E. Now Kane looks like he's going to go back up to the top rope, maybe looking for another elbow drop to Big E, but Big E back up to his feet. What's Kane looking to do here to Big E? And a big clothesline by Kane to Big E, and now Kane going into the cover on Big E to pick up the victory for Team Hell No, but a kick out by Big E.
He's showing that power that he has to push the behemoth Kane off him to break up that pin. Bryan Danielson entering a table in the match, but not quite able to set it up. Mustafa Ali, the big neck breaker. Now throwing Kane into the corner. It looks like a submission on Big E, but just about breaks it up. Now Kane with a big boot to the head of Mustafa Ali.
Now Bryan going into the cover on Big E to pick up the victory for Team Hell No, but a kick out by Big E. Now Ali, or Kane, has Ali on his shoulders, and a big sends Ali face first off the turnbuckle, face first. And now Bryan with the steel bat, and he's just beating Big E with it. And now Kane going into the cover on Ali to pick up the victory. Count up one, but Ali kicks out at one, surprisingly.
Bryan finally getting that table set up, going for a move, but Big E just too fast. He goes for the big ending. Could this be the end of the match? No, it can't. Kane's still up. Big E was not very smart going at that pin there.
And there's an inverted DDT by Ali. And now Kane sends Bryan, or Big E sends Bryan in the corner, and a big spear into the corner by Big E. Now Ali going to work, big snap DDT by Ali to Kane. Now Ali going up to the top rope, has Kane looking for the 5-4 on Kane, looking to pin Kane and maybe pick up the victory for their team, but a kick out by Kane. As Ali just nearly picked up the victory on the TV champion.
And as that was happening, Big E power slammed Bryan Danielson straight through that table that he set up. But he's still fighting back.
Ali, fireman's carry on Bryan, and sends Bryan face first off the turnbuckle. Now Big E turning his attention back to Kane. Big E, big clubbing blow right to the back of Kane. And now he has that steel bat. He's going to go to the outside, I guess going to attack Kane. But now Bryan, as Ali has a submission hold in the center of the ring. Is Ali going to tap out? No. Ali gets out of it. Now Ali off the ropes. Oh, what a big DDT off the springboard by Mustafa Ali. And now Ali going back up to the top, maybe looking for the 5-4, and this time on Bryan Danielson to pick up the victory, but Kane is right there to break it up. And now Kane, big sidewalk slam on the excess of the table, and a big clothesline by Ali to Bryan Danielson. It's just been chaos all over here in this Tornado Tag Team match.
As with a big springboard by Mustafa Ali and a big spine buster from the Demon. Goes for the pin, but Big E didn't even try and break it up until Mustafa Ali kicked out. And now, can he be looking for it? Can he hit it? There's big choke slam. Could this be it for Big E? Yes, it is. Mustafa Ali just too slow getting in the ring to try and help his teammate.
A big win for Kane and Bryan Danielson. Big win for Team Hell No. Their first tag team victory. Very fun tag team matchup. And a big win for Team Hell No.
It's time to light Overkill up with AJ Lee. She hasn't had a match in quite a bit, but she's here, ready to light it up again. The last match I believe was a win, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was. Elliot, what's your opinions on this woman?
AJ Lee, decorated superstar in the industry. Definitely a trailblazer for the women all around the world. And definitely a trailblazer to this woman who we have not seen in some time. Our former A2C Women's World Champion, our first Women's World Champion, and the fan favorite award winner, the prodigy Roxanne Perez, is back. Her first in singles action since New Year's Revolution.
Where she just came up short to the current champion, who pins Sky Blue with her own move, who also is not in this company anymore. Must have got a bit embarrassed off the Code Blue pin.
And as I mentioned, AJ Lee being a trailblazer to women around the industry, especially to this woman, Roxanne Perez, who grew up a fan of AJ Lee, was inspired by AJ Lee. Now she's going to be taking on her right now in singles competition for, I believe, the first time in A2C. I think that's correct. But nonetheless, here we go. Roxanne Perez and AJ Lee in the squared circle, and a big clothesline out the gate by Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez just pounding away at AJ Lee's face, trying to keep her down as long as she can early in this match. AJ Lee with a big elbow.
AJ caught Roxanne with a big elbow, and now AJ Lee sends Roxanne straight to the mat. Now AJ with some punches on the prodigy. Going away on Perez. Now AJ sends Roxanne's arm off the mat, and I thought she was looking to do it again. And there's a running drop kick by AJ Lee.
Roxanne Perez in the seated position. Big kicks by AJ Lee in a big roundhouse. And now just taking advantage of that leg. Trying to take it out.
Now AJ off the ropes, and there's a big splash right to the outside to Roxanne Perez. And now AJ gonna send Roxanne back inside the ring, looking to finish the damage. And now AJ going into the cover to pick up the quick victory on Roxanne Perez, but not even a 1 count, or not even a 2 count.
Too early to get the pin off in here in this match so far. As Roxanne Perez leans AJ Lee against the ropes and starts pounding at her back. Very smart is Roxanne Perez for that.
Now Perez, big death press by Roxanne Perez, and there goes the prodigy. Now Perez, figure out what she's gonna do with AJ Lee, but AJ Lee back up to her feet quick. And there's a clothesline by AJ Lee as AJ Lee now, big clothesline in the corner, and now AJ Lee, big DDT to Roxanne Perez, And I think Roxanne Perez just got busted open by AJ Lee. And there's missed with the super kick. Now Perez has the hair, big neck breaker by Roxanne Perez. And now Perez going into the corner. Figuring out what she's going to do on AJ. Just walking over AJ. Now Perez has AJ by the hair, sends her into the corner. AJ with a big knee right to the face, and now sends Roxanne into the corner. Now AJ. Ooh.
Just a 2 count from that amazing athleticism from AJ Lee. She calls Roxanne Perez to her feet. Looking for the Black Widow submission move. She locks it in. Can Roxanne Perez get out of it? Yes, she can. As she drops AJ Lee on her face as well. Kick out by Roxanne Perez.
Now AJ going up to the top rope. Calling up Roxanne. AJ. Big missile drop kick from the top rope. Now AJ. Calling Roxanne up. AJ, missed with the super kick yet again. And now AJ, I know Roxanne, I think she raked the eyes. As now AJ pulled back out the ring, now rolling back in. Now AJ has Roxanne. And AJ sends Roxanne shoulder first into the ring post. And now with her big knee, or going away with her foot on the face of Roxanne. And now AJ going under the cover to pick up the victory here on Roxanne, former Women's World Champion, and she does. Oh, wow.
AJ Lee picking up a shotgun win against the former, and like you said, first ever Women's World Champion. What a surprise.
And in surprising fashion, AJ Lee picked up the victory against Roxanne Perez, but what could that mean for AJ Lee's future? I mean, I'm still shocked by that victory. Wow.
So am I.
Big win for AJ Lee. As we're breaking down the card, and there is Jey Uso making his first match back.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it, do it better than anybody.
And for the Genesis Championship, we have Will Ospreay versus the Authority's own Carmelo Hayes, trying to bring some more gold to the corporation, the big corruption.
The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power.
We also have the Women's World Championship match. The champion Stephanie Becker versus Becky Lynch. Both been going at it on social media and in between matches as well. We also have the Universal Championship match between the former champion Johnny Gargano, an Authority member, versus Jimmy Uso, the current and star boy of the Authority. And then we have what you're all waiting for, the 30-man Royal Rumble, the main event. Probably the best match on the card. A lot of surprises, a lot of already known people in the match. And then we take you to our main event now, the 2-on-1 handicap match.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now main event time. E. Blackman looking to serve justice at the hands of the corporation and the Authority. He was put into this matchup via the Authority in a 2-on-1 handicap matchup with Jimmy Uso the Universal Champion, and Drew McIntyre, the Oceanic Champion.
Very unfair matchup. Maybe one injustice.
Indeed, a very unfair matchup for the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman. But he's going to have to overcome and defy all the odds. And here comes the authorities, McIntyre and Big Jimmy Uso.
Both getting their head in the game, ready to kick the absolute shit out of Steve Blackman. For whatever reason, they don't like him. Obviously, they went back and forward a few weeks ago. But this match is definitely unfair and shows just corruption of power. What do you say, Elliot?
It is definitely an unfair advantage for Blackman. But he has been battle tested before. There we go, our main event. Here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Live from the Pit Arena. As Blackman going to work on Jimmy Uso. Big kick by Blackman to Uso. And now McIntyre turning his attention to Blackman. And there's a big slam straight to the mat on Blackman. And now Jimmy Uso looking to get a piece of Blackman, and a big kick by Jimmy Uso. And now Uso looked like he was going up top, and a big miss with the axe handle of Blackman, actually. Now Blackman with a variation of striking maneuvers on McIntyre, stunning him just a little bit. And now an elbow, a flurry of elbows to the midsection of Jimmy Uso. And now, oh, McIntyre sends Blackman face first on the mat.
As we know, Blackman, he won't go down without a fight, as he's been shown here so far, but the numbers game is just too much. And Jimmy just taunting, showing his ego, as Drew McIntyre hits him in the back with a sledgehammer. If the 2-on-1 wasn't enough, he has to bring another weapon into the match. And he goes for the pin, but Steve Blackman with plenty of resilience left.
He definitely has a big resilience on him. Former Oceanic Champion himself, he defied the odds when he defeated Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in triple threat action sometime in his career. And now Jimmy Uso going on the cover, looking to pick up the win on Blackman, but a kick out at 2 by the Lethal Weapon. And now McIntyre missed with a slam to Blackman. And now McIntyre, oh, big clothesline to the Lethal Weapon. And now a big kick right to the back of the neck of Steve Blackman.
And a big leg drag. As Drew McIntyre just laying him down with the hammer. There's just no need in it. Again, like I said, there's already 2 here. You don't need a weapon as well. As he goes for the Future Shock DDT. But Blackman with an arm drag and gets out of it. But a big super kick from Jimmy Uso.
Big kick right to the back of the neck of Blackman. Now Drew has the sledgehammer, handpicked by Triple H, and now, oh, I don't know what happened there, but Blackman going to work on McIntyre, taking a beating, and a big hip toss by Steve Blackman. Now Jimmy sends Blackman off the ropes, and there's a big spear by the Universal Champion, and that could be all she wrote for Steve Blackman, but no, Blackman with that resilience kicks out at 2.
Very high resilience. Probably one of the most fighting superstars here. But again, the numbers game is just too much. Is that a Pop Rocks?
Oh, big Pop Rocks by Drew. Could that be it? And Blackman kicks out at 2. A Pop Rocks, very unlikely of Drew McIntyre, but it looked like it was effective for a second there. And now Drew going up to the middle rope, calling a Blackman, and now Blackman, oh, Jimmy sends Blackman off the ropes. Jimmy with another big spear. And
It's Johnny Gargano. Come to even the odds.
well, look who it is. The former Universal Champion himself, Gargano. Probably coming to the aid of Blackman, it looks like. And now here comes Gargano. Side by side with Blackman. As now this fray is looking like it's turned from a 2-on-1 to a straight up tag team match. Gargano and Blackman and the Authority. As tag team action's underway and a big spear underway. And now Jimmy Uso going under the cover on Gargano to pick up the victory, but a kick out at 2 and a big elbow drop from the middle rope by McIntyre. Now McIntyre going under the cover on Blackman, looking to pick up the victory, but a kick out at 2 by Steve Blackman.
And he hasn't been much help so far. He got speared instantly, but Jimmy Uso has a lot of hatred for this man, as does the rest of the Authority, with a big corkscrew from Jimmy Uso there. And then go for a powerbomb on Steve Blackman. Sit out powerbomb. As Drew goes for the pin and Johnny Gargano, could this be it? No. Johnny kicks out at 1.
Now Drew with the flurry of punches on Gargano and a big stomp right to the chest. Jimmy catches Blackman with the kick. And even with the help, it looks like that could be all she wrote for Blackman and company, but no.
It's Drew calling Gargano to his feet.
Oh, big hip toss by Gargano. Now Drew back up to his feet. Drew. Oh, big punch right to the midsection of Gargano, and Jimmy caught him with a big kendo stick right to the midsection. And now Drew looking for that future shock. Or, oh no, with the pedigree. I thought he was going for the future shock, but no. And now Drew maybe thought he was going to the cover, but using that kendo stick, looking to inflict more damage on the already beaten Gargano. And now Drew calling Gargano back up to his feet, looking for another pedigree as Jimmy Uso's in the corner. And a kick out at 2, but not a pedigree, but a pop rocks again. And now McIntyre looking to pick up the win for the Authority, but a kick out at 2.99 by Gargano and a Uso splash by Jimmy Uso. Looking to pick up the win for the Authority this time, and once and for all, but a kick out by Blackman.
And that resilience we talked about earlier is just shown how much he's a fighting man. You might have to kill him for him to stop fighting. He's got too much resilience as Drew McIntyre looks for a powerbomb. No, Johnny Gargano with the roll up. Not even a 1 count. But Drew McIntyre back with it, and he gets the win.
And off the roll up, the Authority sneaks away out of Albuquerque with the victory. And even after the help, Johnny Gargano tried to aid to Steve Blackman. It wasn't enough to get the job done, as that is going to be it for Overkill tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Elliot. This has been Keen. We'll see you all next time.